Sometimes the smallest solutions have the highest impact. Today we're going to show you latest developments in our compact board-to-board connector portfolio. With excellent design-in services that guarantee time savings during device development, we offer compact connectivity for all dimensions. And Thomas will show you today how this all works. So hello Thomas, welcome to this session here.
Hello Anna.
So you developed a new smaller pitch for the fine pitch board-to-board connector portfolio. Can you tell us why?
Yes, exactly. Thanks a lot. So our team has enlarged the portfolio of board-to-board connectors to a smaller pitch. So in the past, and it is not a long past for board-to-board connectors, we had the pitches of 0.8 millimeter, 1.27 and 2.54 millimeter. And now we have enlarged this portfolio to the pitch of 0.635 millimeter.
So you brought a lot of articles here. We see it on the table. Can you tell us how many articles the portfolio comprises right now and what kind of connections can be realized?
Yes, for sure. So we have 20 articles in the portfolio of FS 0.635 series. And these 20 articles include 4 different pole numbers, 20 poles, 40 poles, 60 poles and 80 poles, and 5 different types. So 2 receptacle types and 3 plug types. And together with these different articles, it is possible to realize mezzanine board-to-board connections with different PCB distances from 6.0 to 16.6 millimeter.
So let's talk about, you mentioned it earlier, data transmission. So when I take a look in the eShop, I see really fine pitch board-to-board connectors that transmit rates up to 20 gigabits. Is this correct?
Yes, that is correct. So this is based on the new technology. For our board-to-board portfolio, we have implemented at these articles. This is a contact which is based on a single beam contact. And as you said, it is possible to realize data transmission speeds up to 20 gigabits. And in order to show to you, I have prepared our brochure. And I would like to show you this on the tablet in the digital way. By the way, it's very easy to find our brochure. Just have a look at the section board-to-board connectors at our eShop, and then you can find it in the menu on the right side. But having a detailed look at this page, I have already prepared the page for the data transmission properties for the new FS 0.635 series. And on this page, you see 6 diagrams for this series. On the left-hand side for the smallest board-to-board distance of 6.0 millimeter, and on the right-hand side for the highest distance which is possible, which is 16.6 millimeter. And I would like to show you the diagram about the insertion loss for the 6.0 millimeter PCB distance combination. And as you can see it here, even at high frequencies like 15 gigahertz, you have a low insertion loss behavior. By the way, do you know how insertion loss and data transmission speed are in correlation to each other?
To be honest, Thomas, I really don't know.
Okay, then let explain me to you. So there's a rule of thumb. So the real physics is a little bit more complex, but let's have a look at this rule, and it says that you can have a look at the so-called minus 3 dB border of insertion loss. At this insertion loss of minus 3 dB, you have a signal strength of 70% from the transmitter to the receiver, and whenever this border is crossed by the real curve of the insertion loss, then you can have a look at the frequency and you can double it. So in this special case, here we have the frequency of 15 gigahertz, and this frequency does not cross the minus 3 dB. This means that here data transmission is possible at this high frequency, and you can just double the frequency to have the speed. So in this case, a data transmission up to 30 gigabits per second is possible. But we mention 20 gigabits per second in our documentation. Let's have a look to the other stacking height, to 16.6 millimeter. Here, for example, you can see that the minus 3 dB is crossed somewhere at 12 gigahertz, just doubling it. Then we are at 24 gigabits per second. So that is why we mention the 20 gigabits in our documentation.
And we see a lot of other diagrams here. So what's the message of the further diagrams we see here?
Exactly. So besides the insertion loss, the crosstalk, the impedance and the return loss are main characteristics for data transmission. And yes, we decided to show the crosstalk behavior, so the behavior from the signal pair to other signal pairs, or from other signal pairs to the signal pair we are evaluating, and the impedance behavior. These impedance curves show yes, the behavior of the signal in our board-to-board connector for different rise times. And this for an impedance environment of 100 ohms.
So that means that the board-to-board connectors can only be used for data transmission when using such a protocol of 100 ohms, right?
No, not really. It can be used for a protocol using 100 ohms, like for example an Ethernet protocol, but this is very usual in these devices, and that is why we show it, or we show the related diagrams in our brochure. Nonetheless, our board-to-board connectors yes, offer a great flexibility, and that means that they can be used for other impedance environments as well. So it just depends on the application, and we can provide the special diagrams for other environments upon request.
So you brought some samples here. Maybe we can explain where to find those samples, because I can imagine it's really good to have physical articles in the hand, so to get to know the product and the details. But yeah, my first question would be where to get those samples.
Yes, exactly. So myself, I really like to have samples in my hands and to get a feeling how the articles work. And for that, it is good to have these sample boxes with these sample PCBs in order to have a look how the mating process goes. And yes, you can get those sample boxes, or you can get single articles. That is the more easier way, because you can get these nice boxes out of our sample service, which is free on charge, and you can find it directly in our eShop at the articles, and you can order up to 5 articles or 5 pieces per article, and you will get it with these nice packagings.
Okay, so thank you, Thomas, first of all, for this technical deep dive into the fine-pitch board-to-board connector series. If you are interested in receiving more information about the fine-pitch board-to-board connectors, visit us at phoenixcontact.com or subscribe to our various social media channels like YouTube, LinkedIn or Twitter. We are happy to meet you there. Thank you and goodbye.